What's up guys, today I'm going to be surviving 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. If you don't know what hardcore Minecraft is, it's basically just normal Minecraft, but stuck on hard mode, and if you die, your world gets deleted. Enough exposition though, let's get to the video and how I survived 100 days. Unfortunately, day 1 doesn't have any sound, but don't worry, it doesn't even last a full day. And all you're missing is just some wood and stone mining, so it's not that bad. Today I also built this insanely ugly house, which probably should be destroyed, but don't worry, I'll modify it later. Hey, look at that, I actually found out how to properly record. I just spent the rest of day 1 mining, since I need a lot of materials and want some iron armor to survive. And ooh, look at that, found a cave. Gonna be careful though. Remember, if I die, it's all over. All I did in the cave today was mine some iron, but then I got scared and went back up. I spent that night lighting up the outside of my house. Don't want any intruders breaking in. First thing I did day 2 was kill my first zombie. Felt good. Then I decided to craft a shield with all the iron I got yesterday. After that, I decided to make a fence around my base, since I didn't want any mobs getting in. In this mode, zombies can break through your doors, so you gotta be careful. Need a lot of wood for the fence though, so I spent the rest of the day mining trees. It's also a good way to clear out the land to see if it's safe outside my fence. By the night of day 2, I had a little fenced off area and torches around, and even some sweet berry bushes. Now these will keep me fed and safe. You can never have too much safety though, and that's why on day 3 I blocked off the entrances to my little cave. Next, I made some iron armor, which made me feel a lot better about my safety. Once I had full iron armor, I got a lot more confident and decided to go venture this mine shaft. Want to see why you should never trust gravel? Yeah, that would have been a bad way to die. After that close call with death, I decided to make a water bucket so that if that happened again, I would be ready. After getting that water bucket, I decided to go into the lower part of the caves because that's where diamonds spawn, and diamonds are the first step to getting powerful. Hey, speaking of diamonds, I just got some right here. Well, too bad it's a one vein. I actually found tons of diamonds today. These new caves make it real easy to find them. Hey look, there's some more. I'm not actually going to include every single diamond I mine because there's just so many that it would drag the video on forever. Uh-oh, baby zombies in caves, especially in Minecraft Hardcore, are never a good sign. And I actually came pretty close to dying here. That iron sword does tons of damage. After barely escaping that situation, I mined some obsidian for the rest of this day because I wanted to make a nether portal later and an enchanting table. And I found some diamonds in it too. Good thing it's not another one vein. No, this vein of diamonds was huge. It was actually 9 diamonds, which I've never seen before. Everyone felt really good to mine. Day 3, I'm already up to 25 diamonds. I never thought I'd come this far in only 3 days. And then on day 4, I got even more. I found this 2 vein of diamonds that was hiding in the floor. And then later on day 4, I found another baby zombie, but this time it was accompanied by a skeleton and a cave spider. And then I got jump scared by the creeper, took a ton of fall damage, got shot by the skeleton, and was being chased by 3 mobs at once. I honestly don't know how I lived this situation. I got shot by the skeleton twice and was left at half a heart, then deflected every single one of his arrows with my shield. This was really stressful because every 2 seconds I had to turn around, and I was really fearing for this world because I was expecting to get hit by an arrow. But with my ultra instinct skills and gaming knowledge, I managed to escape from this situation. The rest of day 4, I spent reorganizing my inventory and getting back up to the surface. Trust me, if I could have kissed the ground in this game, I definitely would have. Yeah, I just lied a little bit right there. Day 4 actually has even more. Yeah, I'm not going to make another rhyme. I actually just found a village today, which is really nice because villagers are really good in this game. They can sell you food, armor, and even enchantments. And then later, on day 4, I crafted a full set of diamond armor. Yeah, I didn't actually expect to be getting diamond armor on day 4, but those new caves are really good. A lot better than I expected. Day 5, I've spent breaking into these people's homes and robbing all their stuff. So yeah, I took some bookshelves, I took some sugarcane, and yeah, I think you know where I'm going with this. And I just want to say, this house has a surprising amount of bookshelves. You can get a lot from villages now. So yeah, I'm setting up a enchantment table right here, and let's see what enchantments I get. Not bad, but it's not level 30 yet, so let's get those bookshelves. But before I get those bookshelves, it's time to get sidetracked. Anyway, today I installed some windows in my house, and then all I did day 6 was chop down trees. I really want to clear out all the land around my house so I can see if there's any mobs. Then what I did day 7 was mess around with the pie chart to see if I could get a mob spawner to appear. I really need the XP so I can enchant my gear. I also got some sugarcane today, but I didn't record it. And then, right at the end of day 7, I got a dog. And he became my friend on the first try. That's how you know he's a true friend. After that, I put some more bookshelves on my enchanting table. Let's see if I'm level 30 yet. Oh, looks like just one more bookshelf, but today I'm gonna get that bookshelf. Alright, so I got some pretty good enchantments on my armor. Now we just gotta build an ugly mob farm that I'll never use so I can get those enchantments. Yeah, I'm just using the classic mob farm design. It's been reliable since the first version of the game. Day 9, I finished up the mob farm. I'll never use it. Ah, yes! Day 10! My mob farm works! And yeah, if you were wondering the reason why I didn't use that mob farm ever again, here it is right here. Immediately after I built that XP farm, I started work on another one because I found a cave spider spawner. So let's see what design I make. I end up making my own design here because I felt confident that day, I guess, but spoiler alert, it doesn't work. And you can kind of tell by the situation this farmer's put me in. I was facing every mob in existence, and got jump scared by a couple creepers. If I didn't react right there, I would have been dead right there. That would have been the whole hardcore world cut short. I mean, I would have started a new one, but let's not get off topic. I ended up killing all the mobs. It's just the perfect music for fighting. Just the most invigorating music to get you wanting to start fighting mobs. And next we see the first prototype of my bad design. It works a little bit, but in a couple seconds you'll see the main problem with it. Yeah, right here, the spiders, when they spawn, instead of just going straight into the kill hole, they end up climbing on the walls, and I didn't really know how to fix that. And as you can see, building this farm was pretty dangerous. I got down to half a heart from poison, and I'd be lying if I told you my heart wasn't racing here. Well, here's the next revision of my design. It's still not good. It's a little more effective. I mean, you can see there are a lot of spiders down here, so it works a little bit, but still wasn't good enough to my standards. And this is when I start scrapping my design. It just didn't work well, so I just used the one from Shulkercraft, and you'll see in a minute, it works perfectly. And I also built this little enchanting room near the spider farm, because that's where I'd be doing my enchanting. And let me tell you, this spider farm carried me through 100 days. I would not have gotten all the stuff that I did if it weren't for this spider farm. You can see that there's a ton of spiders in there, and they all give a good amount of XP. And on day 18, I added some tinted glass windows to the farm to see if it ever breaks, which it didn't really end up breaking. And day 19, I'm so sorry, but it has no sound at all. But it doesn't really matter, because all you're missing is some spider killing, and that's pretty much it. But later on day 19, something really exciting happened. I got protection 4 Unbreaking 3 diamond boots. Unfortunately, I wasn't going for protection 4 on my boots. I was going for feather falling 4. And on day 20, right after killing these mobs down here, I did end up getting feather falling 4 boots, which unfortunately I didn't end up showing. But now I'm going for protection 4 boots so I can combine those with the feather falling boots that I just got. And you know what that means. It's spider killing time. Bane of Arthropods, the perfect enchantment for that. Definitely the one that everyone wants. And day 21 just doesn't exist. While we are in the void right now, I do want to address one thing, and that is the similarity of this video to a certain other 100 Days series. I'm sure you've noticed. And basically, what I think there are two types of 100 Days videos on YouTube. There are those ones with the people who have the captions over everything on the video, and they always have a totem in their left hand of their skin. You know the ones I'm talking about. The ones that are basically just clones of each other. And the other type of 100 Days videos are, well, it's the original type. It's the Luke the Notable videos. And out of those two types, choosing one to go off of, I like the first type better. It's the original, and plus he himself said to make your own 100 Days video. So if you want to go saying I copied him, go right ahead. But unless he says anything himself, which I doubt he will, because he probably doesn't care if some random person makes some copy of this video, I will continue leaving this video up. So just wanted to address that. Day 22, just more spider killing. This is how it's going to be for a lot of these 20 days, the days in the mid-20s. 23, it's just more spider killing, and a lot of waiting for spiders to come. And then I thought of a much better way to get good enchantments. Instead of just enchanting the final level, the most expensive one, I would just enchant a ton of low-level stuff till I get the enchantment I want, then get enough levels to get up to it. And that's honestly a pretty good strategy. And with this Protection 3 book, I got Protection 4 on my diamond chestplate. And after I got full protection on my armor, there was only one piece left, which was my boots. And later on day 25, after a lot of spider killing, I finally got the enchantment. Protection 4 diamond boots. And now all I have to do is just combine them. Of course, when you're combining something, you want to see which cost is lower. Right now, the 6 levels cost is lower. And there we go. Full Protection 4 diamond armor with Feather Falling 4 on the boots. Day 27 doesn't really exist, but I got this screenshot. I was basically just preparing for an adventure on day 28. Anyway, after all that time in the mines, and with my almost perfect armor, perfect enchantment-wise, I decided I'd want to go on an adventure, because I didn't want to spend a whole 100 days just getting powerful. I want to do adventure. And this adventure also had a purpose. You see, in 1.20, the villagers were changed a bit. I wanted mending on my armor, and villagers usually just trade you a mending book. But in the newest update for the game, they changed it so that villagers can only sell you mending if they're a swamp villager. So, on my adventure, I was looking for specifically a swamp so I could bring villagers there. And day 30, my adventure continues. And wow, I can't believe I found a jungle before I found a swamp. That's just impressive. While I was at the jungle, I decided to get some bamboo, because that always comes in useful when you're building scaffolding or when you're using it as a fuel source. Yeah, I have no idea why I said source like that with an accent, and look at that, I found a diamond in the shipwreck chest. If only I didn't already have full diamond armor. So I continued my journey on day 31 and found a cherry grove biome near a pillager outpost on day 32. Now if only there was a third structure to make this even better. Oh wow, look at that, there is! There's a ruined portal, too. Now it's like a Bermuda Triangle. I just realized what I said was completely inaccurate. I did not find a third structure. I found a second structure. The cherry grove does not count as a structure. Actually, it counts as a biome. My brain just doesn't function. Anyway, I got this iron golem to help me with these pillagers, and I got an LA. Now, the pillager outpost loot isn't very good, but now I have cords of a pillager outpost if I ever want to build a farm or do a raid. So on day 34, I decided to go back. Unfortunately, I never found a swamp. But, you know, I would rather go back early than die out on an adventure and lose 34 days of progress. So that's why I went back. And today I also got an achievement for an LA bringing back an item. Anyway, day 35, I made it back to my base. I could see it because of that giant, ugly mob farm that I built and would never use. But I still wanted to find a swamp, so I decided to take a look in the other direction, just to see what was over there. And wow. Look at that. That's a swamp biome. 50 blocks away from my base. So I decided to distract myself from being too frustrated with that and check out the nether. So of course the first thing I did was box up the nether portal, and then I discovered that the swamp had a direct river leading straight to the village. This was there the whole time while I adventured 5,000 blocks for no reason. But at least I found a pillager outpost. On day 36, the Great Abduction began. These two villagers were never seen again. On day 37, the Great Abduction continued, and I started the breeding process. Now, theoretically, these villagers should make a swamp baby. Huh? What? You're not a swamp baby. So, after that little mishap, I decided to do some testing in a creative world and found out that it's not all the time that they make the baby based on the biome. Sometimes it's based on the parent's type. So, I tried some more and got another plains baby. By the way, each breeding takes about 10 minutes. And finally, on the third try, on day 39, I got it. The swamp baby. You can tell that I was very happy to get this guy. While I was waiting for him to grow up, I decided to set up a farm because I would need bread to breed villagers, and farmers sell bread, just like this. And then day 41 ended with me going back into the village with a couple lecterns. That was me getting ready for the librarians. But before I do that, I'm going to need to get some emeralds. So on day 42, I just chopped wood and sold sticks to the Fletchers. It's probably the best source of emeralds in the game. Day 43 was also all chopping wood. I do it a lot because I need a lot of emeralds. I'll cut out the boring stuff and show that on day 44, I got a librarian up to the final rank. And he didn't sell mending. Now, with the new update, villagers only sell the mending book if they're at the final level. So, I'm not just going to be able to re-roll the swamp villagers. I'm going to have to level them up to master, which is going to take a lot longer. On day 45, I was coming up with new ways to get emeralds, involving iron and killing. So, I'll just spare you from that. And on day 46, I was just making more sticks. Yeah, I'm sorry, day 47 was also more sticks. I just need the sticks for emeralds, and I need the emeralds to level up the villagers. Trust me, this is cutting out copious amounts of stick gathering. And good thing I found that jungle, because the bamboo really helped here. Later on day 47, I got my second villager up to master, and no mending book. I just wasted 30 more minutes. And then guess what? Some of the trades I was getting were a bit weird, so I tested out in a creative world and found out that you can get mending from re-rolling. And then I checked the update and found out that the update wasn't out yet. So I ventured out to the swamp, ventured back, found the swamp close to my base, brought the villagers there, bred them there, leveled up 2 master villagers, all for nothing, when I could have just re-rolled them the whole time. Anyway, day 48, got a mending book, and decided to burn this other villager, which resulted in my Fletcher getting burnt. I frantically tried to get some water, but I didn't want to get rid of my lava, so I had to find a place to put the lava, then grab the water, and I came back, and they both died right as I came back. So that's a full stick villager lost. Oh yeah, and by the way, I got another mending book today. And it wasn't even on a swamp villager! Day 49 was re-rolling some villagers. I really wanted Unbreaking now, and Unbreaking 2 for 12 emeralds is pretty good. Now that I have both those books, I decided to start buying them. But you know what that means. Buying means more emeralds, which means more sticks. Yeah, day 51 was all stick mining. And day 52 was more stick mining. But don't worry though, because later on day 52, I actually do something else besides stick mine and trade with villagers. I enchant some of my gear. Today I'm looking for a sharpness villager, because I spent all day 52 looking for a sharpness book. Day 54 and day 55 were both all stick mining. Trust me, if you were doing this, you would realize how many emeralds this would take. And you can see right here, I've got a good amount of books, but I still need more. I'm looking for a full set of armor with Unbreaking 3 and Mending. So day 57 was more stick mining, and day 58, I was trying to get a perfect chest plate. And I just got one. You can see I'm pretty excited for that. So now it's just the job of putting all those enchantments on my armor, which is going to take a lot of levels, which is going to take a lot of spider farm, which is going to take up a lot of days. But it's gonna all be worth it, because then, for the rest of this video, I can actually do fun stuff. And I know you guys like to see that. It's so close to being done. In fact, that's it. It's all done. Full set of Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, and Mending armor. Now, I know I just said that it was done, but it's not done. I'm mining more sticks, and trust me, this is gonna be it. All I'm doing now is just getting a sharpness sword. That's all I want from life. Unfortunately, it was taking a while, but on one stack of days, I got a sharpness 3 villager, and I was happy with that. Now I just need a bunch of emeralds to buy all the books from him. And on day 55, I got the mending book, which was actually the final book I needed for this sword. So on day 66, it was back to the spider farm to get more levels to apply them. And let me be honest, like I said earlier, this spider farm really carried me through 100 days. I decided to name the sword an elegant name. I called it Joe. And now I was seeking violence so I could test my new sword and armor. And on day 67, I was just adventuring, and I found a pillager outpost with a goat horn. Now, this goat horn really doesn't do that much, besides make a loud, annoying sound. But this pillager outpost that I found was closer to my base. And with my new armor and my violence seeking, I was looking for a raid. Day 68 was also spent coming back, but as if the stars were aligning, on day 69, I started the raid. Now, the first round was, of course, pretty easy, which gave me a false sense of security about the raid. The Vindicators do a ton of damage and disable your shield, so you really gotta be careful. Next round, the Ravagers came in, which I really underestimated. They do a ton of damage. I would not have been able to kill this guy if it wasn't for the Iron Golem. And if you're doing a raid in your world, I really recommend getting the high ground, because that really helped me. Just stand on top of a building and shoot all of them with a bow, and then the Iron Golem can handle the rest. Don't do what I did here and go down, because you can see how fast they started shredding my health. I had to run away from this one, but I'll be back for revenge. After a tactical retreat with healing, I decided to come back to the raid, and I got my first totem. This makes me feel so much safer in hardcore. But, even with a totem, the Vex are still really dangerous. So, I went back to the high ground, and went back to the life of shooting like a little nerd. And I really gotta tell you, never underestimate these raids. The final rounds are really difficult. And keep in mind here that I have perfect diamond armor, all protection 4, with feather falling. Well, I lost the raid. I can see them celebrating the distance. But when I opened up this villager, he was still there. So, I have no idea why I lost this raid. The villager was still alive. I decided not to trouble myself too much with that thought, and went nether exploring, and got an achievement. If I want to beat the game, which, of course, I do want to, I'm gonna have to find a nether fortress, and day 70 seems like a great time to do it, because I'm running out of time. And when I was in this warp forest, I also killed some endermen, because I need ender pearls for the end. And on day 72, wait for it, I found a nether fortress. And it was in a Soul Sand Valley. And if you didn't know, Soul Sand Valley fortresses are much better because they spawn mobs a lot more frequently. Anyway, on day 73, I got blaze rods, which of course you need to beat the game if you've heard of anything Minecraft. And the rest of day 73, I traveled back. On day 74, I captured this pillager, and if you didn't know, you can actually pacify a pillager if you let his crossbow break. Now, of course, this is going to take a while, so I'm going to postpone that till later, if I have time. For the dragon fight, I'm going to, of course, need a good bow, and I got one right here. And also, a good diamond pickaxe with Fortune 3, which means that if I'm on a diamond, I'll get multiple. After that good pickaxe enchant, I saw a looting 3 diamond sword, which if you didn't know, is also a very good enchantment. If you kill an enderman, it can drop up to 3 ender pearls, which are a necessity for beating the game. And today, on day 76, I crafted it. And that night, I completely forgot about this feature, but I found an invisible spider. Creepy. Day 77, I brewed some slow falling potions, which if you didn't know are very useful for the dragon fight. And later on day 77, I decided to find the stronghold. I was just exploring this cave trying to find it, and that's when I saw it. The Skulk. If you haven't played Minecraft recently, you wouldn't know that this is very dangerous, especially in hardcore. So I decided to just go back to the surface and try again. And I found more Skulk. But also the stronghold, so I'll take it. And day 78, I found the portal room. I ended up needing 4 more eyes for the portal, but at least I already have all the blaze powder. After that, I built a staircase up and a little pillar just to remind myself where I was. And I turned my render distance up to max, and it's really nice being up here. It's just so peaceful. Anyway, back to hell. To get my final ender pearls, I decided to trade with some piglins, and I have no idea what they're doing right there. I don't think they're supposed to do that. But I did find an enderman, and he dropped multiple pearls. Now I just need 2 more, and after checking out my piglins, I realized that I did get 2 more. So now I have everything I need to get to the end. So, time to do the fun stuff. Day 80, I spent waiting for this pillager to break his crossbow, which actually took a lot longer than I expected. But after a while, on day 81, I got him in. His name? Captured Carl. I even gave him a painting and a bed. How nice of me. But, of course, it has to be this painting because it's the best. After that, I was working on a storage system because it had taken me a long time to do this. I should have done it from the beginning, but I had all my wood items, all my end items, all my rare items. It was just so much more organized, and I really recommend doing it. And after that, I gathered wood for a mystery project you'll see very soon. Day 85, I spent flattening the land and getting efficiency 5 on a shovel for, reasons. This was very satisfying. And I got all my land flattened after that. Looks pretty nice on the map. Expanded by a lot. Day 87, well, it's time. Time to expand the house and make it look better. I said I would, didn't I? On day 88, I finished up the house, and I think it looks pretty good. If I just break this staircase here, I can get a better view, and there it is. You can criticize me if you want, but I think it looks pretty good. On day 89, I was just re-rolling villagers for no reason. I honestly forget what book I was looking for, but I didn't get it anyway. So on day 92, I prepared for the dragon fight and took my trusty steed to the stronghold. Day 94, I arrived, and it was raining, and it was a bit earlier than expected, so I decided to go under and found an ancient city under me. Unfortunately, I didn't get footage of looting it, but you can see in this screenshot behind me. And after looting it, I still had some time left. I was still on day 95. So I just did, normal Minecraft activities. Maybe planning to kill the warden. Yeah, day 96, I did something really stupid and decided to kill the warden. But, this is 100 days, so I survived this. It actually wasn't that hard. All I had to do was get him aggroed on me and then sit at the end of this tunnel and shoot until he died. And that's it. I killed the warden. I really think it should drop something more than a single skull catalyst. At least a trophy item. On day 97, I was in the stronghold, and I was trying to find the portal because I entered through a different way, and I accidentally spawned another warden. This time, I wasn't set up to kill it. So, of course, I got really scared because I'm in hardcore and just went straight up to the surface. I just ended up going down through my end staircase and ended up by the portal and jumped in. So day 98, I entered the end during my slow falling potions, and of course, the first step of the fight is to break all the crystals. And this bow I made was actually really good for the fight. I'm really glad I made it, and ooh, look at that snipe. So if you didn't know, you can just shoot these iron bars ones through the little gap, and now it's just time to kill the dragon. Really, it's not that hard for a final boss of the game. All you have to do is just smack it, and if you have slow falling potions, you'll be fine. Unfortunately, I didn't drink one there, but my feather falling saved me. And from here, it's just shooting it, and on day 98, I killed the dragon. Now, you might be wondering, well, why didn't I wait till day 100 to kill the dragon? And that's because this playthrough isn't over. I'm actually going to do a couple more things before day 100, and you'll see in a minute. After collecting the XP, I decided to go to the end gateway on day 99 because I had one thing left to do. Now you may say that fighting the dragon's scary, fighting the warden, ancient cities are scary, but the scariest thing in Minecraft Hardcore is bridging over the void. It's not even close, because if you let go of crouch, you're dead. That's it. Your entire world is gone. And you have to do a lot of it. But today, I found 3 cities with ships. I'm pretty sure these things are rare, so I got insanely lucky with this. And day 99, I got my first elytra. And the end city loot is pretty good if you don't already have perfect gear, so I didn't really need any of this. Now, if you don't know, an elytra basically lets you fly in Minecraft, in survival. No, not unlimited flight, but it's like a glider that you can use fireworks to boost. And it's by far the best item in Minecraft, because look at this. That would have taken so long to walk all the way across, but now I can just fly there. So I got a second elytra, but I wanted to get back before day 100, so I decided to head back on day 99 before looting that third end city. And look how good this elytra is. I can just fly all the way back. So on day 99, again, I jumped into the portal and watched the end credits. Now these end credits, this is my favorite part of Minecraft. I'm not going to go into full depth on it, but if you want a video on that, I'll make one, just comment. And on day 99, again, night 99 technically, I got the rest of the XP and the dragon egg. Now, dragon egg doesn't do anything, but it's a trophy item. Maybe like the warden should drop. So, later, even though it's raining, you can still barely see it. I watched the sunrise on day 100. Now I just wanted to revisit all the things. So of course I revisited the villagers because they helped me a ton. I would not have gotten all these enchantments. And that's pretty much it. I didn't actually do that much in 100 days, but look how much my base has changed. And if you want to see more of this, just let me know and subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll see you guys next time.